Jeffrey Epstein, thankfully, is now gone. But while he was alive, he did a lot of damage. And much of the damage that he did was aided along by the connections he had to wealthy individuals, well-connected, powerful individuals, that not only got him off the hook when the pressure was on him, but that introduced him to people, opened up new circles for him to engage in as a predator. And one of those circles we're now finding out about was long denied to have been available to him. So we have this new book. It's The Grifters Club, Trump, Mar-a-Lago, and the Selling of the Presidency. That is apparently available now, written by a number of Miami Herald journalists and a former Herald reporter who's now with the Wall Street Journal. And here is what they've found. So the book contains a major revelation about Jeffrey Epstein and Mar-a-Lago. It's known that Epstein was a regular at the club for many years and Trump's friend, which oddly enough hasn't hurt Trump for some reason, despite the fact that we have this crazy Q cult that thinks that child trafficking is, happening everywhere. They don't care about the evidence that it actually did. At some point, the Trump organization has said that Trump banned Epstein from the property, but it insisted he was never actually a member. He just visited a couple of times. Well, the Grifters Club reveals that Epstein was in fact listed as a member of Mar-a-Lago. The authors viewed a membership log that includes Epstein with an address at his mansion in Palm Beach. The log says his account was closed in October 2007. We have some information about why that happened. Previously reported court records state that Trump banned Epstein from visiting the club for an alleged sexual assault on a girl. We were told the young woman was the daughter of a member, and Trump kicked his friend out to protect Mar-a-Lago's brand. Because the club's membership is a closely guarded secret, no one has known the full extent of Epstein's ties to Mar-a-Lago until our reporting. And this is the reporting now available in that book. And so he wasn't just partying with Trump for literally years, including at his club. He was a member of the club. I don't know how much worse that makes it, but the fact that they lied to conceal that fact implies at least a little bit worse.
Yeah, it says a lot. Whenever you lie and your lie gets exposed, it brings up a bunch of other questions. Why did you lie then? I mean, it's of course, it was to separate themselves from it and to seem like they're coming out free and clear when it's obvious he was a buddy of yours. There's quotes about how close of a buddy he was of yours. But then again, it's so weird that that's even considered a way out. So even if that was the case, you can say like, oh yeah, I've had this well-known pedophile and human child trafficker come into my house so many times, but I mean, I didn't always invite him. Sometimes he just showed up, but he came in anyway. Well, so why are you buddies with him then? If you're buddies with him that much, you had no idea what he was doing. People I've known for decades, I know a lot about them. I don't just kind of casually know them for a decade. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make much sense, but that was considered what we're supposed to buy as we go through this. And then when you come out lying about it, what else did you not tell us?
But what if, JR, what if you didn't really know him or what he was like or what he was up to? What if that was the story? And what if that was the story and you had said in 2002 that Epstein likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side? That's horrifying.
The quote should never, like, that's all it takes.
That should be all it takes.
That's it. He said it, but again, it's like racism. Unless you say the N-word, but if you say thug, or if you say these people don't have enough intelligence, or they're all criminals, if you say all that stuff, that's not racist. But you have to say the N-word in order for you to finally be considered a racist. So in this case, Trump has to say, yeah, I did that with these children, just like my buddy Epstein, before we believe it. But again, you don't have to believe it, but he basically said, that's my boy. You know what he's been doing. Even if he didn't participate in it, he knew about it.
Yeah. And I just have to say, well, first of all, let's play this video because it's one part of the Axios interview that we didn't get to, but it certainly is strange. Trump was asked about that fact that he had, like, it was totally unnecessary, just decided to wish Ghislaine Maxwell, another rapist of children, that he wished her well. Here he is being asked about that.
Mr. President, the other day a reporter asked you about Ghislaine Maxwell. You said, quote, I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, but I wish her well, whatever it is. Mr. President, Ghislaine Maxwell has been arrested on allegations of child sex trafficking. Why would you wish such a person well?
First of all, I don't know that, but I do know that
she has. She's been arrested for that.
Her
you know that.
Friend or boyfriend,
Epstein,
was either killed or committed suicide in jail. She's now in jail. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well. Good luck. Let them prove somebody was guilty. I mean, do you know that
Oh,
she's
so you're
guilty?
saying you hope she doesn't die in jail? Is that what you mean by wish her well?
Her boyfriend died in jail, and people are still trying to figure out, how did it happen? Was it suicide? Was he killed? And I do wish her well. I'm not looking for anything bad for her. I'm not looking bad for anybody. And they took that and
I mean,
they
she's
made
a
it
child
such
alleged child sex
a
trafficker.
big deal. But all it is her boyfriend died. He died in jail. Was he killed? Was it suicide? I do. I wish her well.
Yeah, it's so weird in a number of different ways. I don't know if
weird.
it's an implied threat that he keeps repeating, like in that context, but also the defensiveness about, oh, I don't know what her charges are. I don't know anything about it. And also prove that someone was guilty. And he gets cut off, but he's implying that he doesn't believe that it's the case, despite the fact that many, many women have said that not only did Maxwell traffic them and groom them and manipulate them, but also rape them herself.
So, I think we should give him the benefit of the doubt. It all checks out. You know, when Donald Trump says that he wishes everyone well that's in prison, that's his track record. Why don't we believe it? You know, the Central Park Five, he was putting out full-page ads for to be murdered by
Wait,
the
did
state.
the ads say, I wish you well?
And the ads also said, "Oh, we don't know yet. You know, let's wait until it's proven that they're guilty before we go out and say we want to murder all these kids." So the fact that he can say that he wishes everyone well that goes to prison, whether or not they're guilty or innocent, just doesn't check out. And that should also be the next question. I'm not expecting Jonathan Swan to pull that out of his back pocket, but it's a direct contradiction to who he's always been. We know the type of people that he wishes well in prison. These are the ones he's been pardoning. And we know the type of people that he says are just criminals and deserve to be executed. And the ones that he has pardoned that were just low-level, maybe drug offenders that he's let out, you know, he used them for the whole reason he ever did that was to continue to tout this whole, I've done more for black people than John Lewis ever could do. You know, I passed that legislation. No, you had no interest in that legislation. That legislation ended up being toothless, and people in your administration also tried to find a way to subvert that same legislation. Are we going to bring that part up yet? Because nothing that you've been trying to do when proving that you've done more for black people than anyone else checks out. What it checks out is that you're trying to do as much as you can for pedophiles and human traffickers of children than you could do for anyone else.
Yeah, and I know that critics of this show would be surprised and not believe me when I say I don't like baseless speculation about things I have no idea about. I really don't like that, and so I don't know. And we have to find out what we find out, and hopefully witnesses will stop turning up dead so that we can. But with everything that we know, come on. I know it's baseless speculation, and there's no reason that you should believe me or be influenced by what I think. But with everything that you know about Epstein, and everything that you know about Trump, and everything about what they want in life, what are we supposed to think? Come on. That Trump's above whatever I'm implying at this point? Anybody think that? Too moral? No? Wouldn't commit crimes? Wants to protect the young from like predators?
Worst part is you don't even have to speculate on what he potentially participated in order to realize that he's on the wrong side of this, and he's adamant about being on the wrong side of this. Even if you're a vehement support for him, for her and then her dead boyfriend, your vehement support is bad enough. People speculate about Geraldo, and I wanted to reject that too because no one knows anything. So in his vehement defense of Maxwell, but we can point out how ridiculous this is and that you're a horrible human being for defending someone like this. Yeah. That's bad enough. Why does it have to go worse than that for us to finally go, man, you're a bad person?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes speculation isn't even necessary to have a gigantic issue with what's actually happening. For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.